Hiya crafters, Amy here, and I have a quick idea for using up some of that pattern paper you might have lying around. I have a little piece of cute pattern paper that I found in my stash, and I did cut the panel down with these stitched edge rectangle dies, so it's smaller than A2 size and it has that nice finished edge. Here's a couple of photos of the finished card that I made for you today. It did come together quickly, and I had some of the supplies all ready to go, so it came together even faster. So to start, I'm going to show you I have an A2 size card base. This is Nina Classic Crest Solar White, and I have this sizzix 3D embossing folder. So I'm taking the previously die cut panel of pattern paper, and I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine with this gorgeous textured 3D embossing folder. And it really does add some visual interest and texture to maybe an otherwise kind of meh piece of pattern paper. So if you're struggling with fun ways to use it and maybe kick up your pattern paper a notch, then maybe try combining them with different embossing folders. Now to start, I have this tape runner here, but I realized the pattern paper is quite thin and I don't want to tear it. So I did pull out the score tape here and kind of line the edges of this panel so that I don't rip it while I try and attach it to the card base. So I'm just going to go around a little bit in the center to hold it down and on the four edges, and then I'll pull back that backer and then just attach it right to the card base. And then I will attach that other little scrap piece on the inside of the card base as well, just to add a little bit of interest and continuation of the design. Now here is my batching solution for die cuts. I have one binder for pre-made die cuts that are ready to go and one for my critters, and I have this, I think it's called Big on You stamp set. I will link whatever products are available in the video description box below. If you expand that area and scroll down, you'll find the links, but I'm just kind of flipping through and making sure that that's the one that I want to use. And then I come across these little label stamps as well, and I feel like that pop of black will really kind of add some interest into the design. So I'm kind of figuring out which ones of these I want to use, and I do ultimately cut a couple of those out, just leaving a little tiny thin white border around it, and then I will add those into the design as well. So I'm just going to fussy cut those out real quick. I have the Missing You and the XOXO. So I feel like these work well with that nice big dominating Love You die cut here. So I'm just going to put this folder away, get that out of the way, and then assemble all the pieces. So I have those cut down, ready to go. I'm just going to use some liquid glue to attach the Love You. Another option would be to use that coordinating die and cut out some like foam or adhesive back foam, and then you could really pop it up with some nice even dimension. But since there's already some dimension from the embossing on that pattern paper, I thought I would just liquid glue that down and keep it relatively flat and easy to ship. But I will use a little bit of a thin foam strip here just to kind of pop up the XO. So there is a little bit of dimension, but not too much. And those foam strips I get from Amazon. I'll link those as well below. So just going to remove the backer and figure out, I was kind of debating on doing it between the Love You and below. I was kind of asking my daughter off screen what her opinion was, but ultimately I decided to go with putting the XO right below the Love You in the composition, but I think it would have worked either way. And then I'll use some liquid glue and attach the Missing You onto the inside of the card. Just get that nice and straight first. But really it came together super quickly, and it was a nice way to use up some of the pattern paper that I have lying around. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have way too much of that stuff. So sometimes it's nice to just kind of throw something together quickly and use other items from my crafty stash to maybe kind of kick it up a notch and turn it into something really special. So I hope you enjoyed this today. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't. And I'll link the products below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.